Speaking of the Flash, this little article got sent to me a couple of times too, which, it just kind of talks about Ezra Miller's The Flash sets record test scores for the DCU film. So it's just something right here. I'm not even going to share the screen because it's like a small little article, but I saw some people passing it around and I got it sent over to me. A source deep inside Warner Brothers is telling me that staff are quite perplexed by the way things have been going ever since new CEO David Zaslav was hired. If you remember, in July, it was reported that he had rejected a pitch of, Clint Eastwood, all of that stuff. On the superhero front, I'm being told Zaslav is not happy with what he's seen in Aquaman 2. I've kind of heard that as well. Currently in post-production, but not the point of shelving it like they did with Batgirl. They ain't going to shelve Aquaman 2, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Zaslav and company have had Ezra Miller assaulted people around the world left and right. That's such a weird sentence right there. Assaulting people left and right. Director Andres Muschietti, they put it as Andres. The Flash is said to be one of the better DCEU movies, and a recent screening that apparently happened on the 11th of this month. The film only enhanced Zaslav's confidence in the finished product. I'm told The Flash earned the highest test score ratings in DCEU history. So, I mean, you got to take, of course, this with a grain of salt, but we've been hearing this. We've been hearing the fact that it's like, oh yeah, there's a good chance that, when it comes to what's been tested out there, Black Adam, Shazam, I don't know if there's been any test screenings for Aquaman yet, but The Flash has been testing very well. Batgirl apparently didn't test well, but that's the thing. It's like, that's why The Flash is definitely not going to get canceled. It's not going to get canceled. Get that out of your head. If you think that's going to happen, it's not going to happen. I think they're banking on it for being, something that could very much create this multiverse concept where they could possibly have like different universes within one big universe, which is good because it's like, hey, if The Rock gets if Black Adam does well at the box office, which who knows, the hype is not quite as much there, he can have his own section, and then they could still have the Snyderverse over here because, again, The Flash was never going to erase it. It was just going to, create like an alternate, Doc Brown, Back to the Future Part 2, alternate kind of thing. Skew, creating an alternate, 1985, come on. But yeah, the fact that it is receiving this positive, and that just kind of shows you that probably a lot of people don't even realize the controversy that's been happening with Ezra. That's why when it comes to Ezra, they're not just kind of going. I mean, they're obviously told Ezra like, hey, you got to release a statement. There's got to be something that comes out. Say something like this and this and this. It's not like Ezra didn't release a video or anything like that. It was just one statement that got released at Variety. Of course, that was very much Warner Brothers pressing for that. So, but yeah, it's definitely not going to get canceled, and it's definitely going to be something interesting. And there's probably going to be some reshoots that happen that we find out about. But it's not going to be extensive reshoots or anything. But yeah. That's why I cannot be, excited about The Flash. I mean, I get there's like a whole thing that was behind it, and I was being called racist and, whatever the fuck because of the whole Ray Fisher thing. But, fingers crossed that something happens where maybe they can inject something in there too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there you go. But people were sending me that, so I thought I'd share it with you guys.